Bro.
Hello guys and welcome back to Mzansi. And I'm saying this for the second time. Obviously, I'm saying this for the second time. That is the funny thing. Yeah, we are on a backup now. As usual, we see things like this, Emily. yeah, we see things like this. Let's see if this one will be blocked also. Because it seems as if there's this thing that is fighting with us. We will. We have many lives like cats, you know. They say a cat has many lives. Yeah, Emily, I hope that now that I have sweated and did everything, then I'm gonna be able to deliver a proper one today. Hello and welcome, guys. Sorry about that. As we said, guys,
We're having internet issues. We were disconnected.
yeah, we are on a backup even now. We don't know how much this backup can take. We hope that it can take enough. Emily.
Okay, let me just get into it, guys. Forget everything I said in the last live. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel where we cover the shenanigans in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, okay? The shenanigans in that courtroom, to be specific. Yes, because they're public information. So apparently the defense wanted to be furnished with evidence in hard copy and it was in digital form. So this relates to data from accused number 2's phone. There was also an adjournment early in the morning for a few minutes for the copies to be made. Advocate Charles Mnisi argued that this is not about them, but rather about the accused. He said that we needed to show them as to compare. And this speaks in itself to the evidence, you know, having the accused being furnished with the evidence proceeding to their trial. There's a big hoo-ha about how they claim to not understand English, and here they are being given documents by their counsel to go through and to look over. It's only fair. I mean, it's only fair. I don't understand why now they are expected not to even bother reading evidence that is against them. And then if they didn't know English, that would be a good time to start to learn, because their lives are on the line. Is it not?
Yeah.
Well, the accused were also brought in late this morning. So Baloyi said that host was testifying on the number 06090168890 from the cell phone found in possession of accused number 2 at Villieria police station on the 8th of February 2021. And yesterday, Gideon Gouws said that the number pinched at a tower 220 meters away from the Villieria police station. So when court resumed, Baloyi said that the Section 205s are still being printed as the machine was breaking down along the way because of the volume of the papers that have got to be printed. He said that it's just rings and rings and rings of paper.
Right. Okay.
But they said that they will focus from the date of his arrest from the 16th of June 2020 all the way to the 21st of February, the 8th of February 2021, when the phone was allegedly confiscated by Mogani in accused number 2 cell. And the tower information on the respective date since his arrest and exhibit that one was supposed to go up to the 8th of Feb 2021. So however, they could only print up to the 1st of February for the defense counsel, and he said that they'll make sure that the rest of the dates are printed out when they take the long adjournment. So Baloyi said that they had reached an agreement in principle with representatives of accused number 2 and the other legal representative that they can proceed to place this tower information on record while the data for the other number is being printed, and the number is 0762648640 that they're claiming is accused number 2's second number. So Baloyi resumed evidence in chief with Gouws, and Gouws put information of the cell phone tower on the 16th of June 2020. Now, this is the day that Ntanzi was arrested, you guys. So to me, honestly, it makes no impact, because throughout his movement and transportation, he was being moved by the police and with the police. So trying to separate the police from accused number 2 and the handset, to me, it's a futile exercise because he was incarcerated. So Gouws said that for accused number 2, cell number 276090168990, cell towers were undefined and cell phone was not switched on. It went to call forward. There was no signal.
Yeah.
So at 6:53 in the morning on the 16th of June 2020, it received an SMS from another number, and the tower was 3G Impala Platinum NGA 93 at 6:55. This is the morning of the day that he got arrested. He got arrested at night. At 6:53 in the morning, he received an SMS, NGA Tower 3G Impala Platinum, and 3G Impala Platinum Tower goes on and on, all the way up until, I would say, 14:12, where he now receives an SMS from 3G Tower, Freedom Park, ATNGA. It's 3G Freedom Park ATNGA Tower. And Gouws now turned to the 17th of June. Now he's saying...
how did Ntanzi find out about these people who were looking for him?
He said he had received a call before the 16th.
Okay.
To inform him that he's implicated in the Senzo Meyiwa case.
Sure.
That's the first call that he alleges he got from Mngomezulu. He says there was a lady on the phone and it sounded like that lady.
Isn't it funny that Mngomezulu's number is cut off before that? So the starting point is totally different.
It starts on the day that he got arrested. But it would be nice for the defense to look through those Section 205s and see if they cannot find this number that called accused number 2, informing him that he was implicated in this case. If he had any job offer. They were offering him a job.
Yes,
is what he alleged.
Yeah, that's what I heard also. So, I was surprised of you saying being made aware that is implicated on census.
He said they started off with offering him a job and then they told him that he's implicated in the case. And he didn't run. No.
Okay.
So yeah, at 8:51 on the 17th of June now, this is the following day after he got arrested at night, and then now it's the following day, 8:51, 9:37 and 10:37. Gouws said that they did not come into contact with any tower because the phone was switched off. So the last interaction that happened on the 16th, it's at 14:27, and then 18th of June, he says 8:51, 9:37, 10:37, did not come into any contact because the phone was switched off. Now I'm gonna paint the scenario here. Here you are, get arrested at night. You get arrested, right? These people, you don't know these police officers. And you have your phone with you, right? You get locked into a cell. You still have your phone with you and it's switched off. You don't think of calling for help. None of that. Then you switch it back on in the morning. And it's a Samsung J. He was arrested. There's no telling at the time that when he was arrested, where was the battery level? It needs charging. Our phones they work. After maximum of 2 days, they need to be charged. Right? It can go for as long as 2 days if you haven't been using it a lot. So none of these things are there. But it was switched off on the 17th, switched on, back on the 17th of June 2020. That's the following day. Now, to when the phone was switched off again, hours after he was arrested. Now, by this time, obviously, the battery, the question is how, where, who, how did he charge? So the phone was switched back at the Pretoria North Police Station. At 1801, he received an SMS, "Stay safe, Tower 3G, Pretoria North." This is at 1801. And I don't know, Mr. Anonymous, if you remember the version of accused number 2 from the time that he got arrested. Notice how there's no mention of Phokeng. Was he not taken to Phokeng police station? They're saying for that movement, the phone was switched off when they moved him from his place of residence, taken to Phokeng police station, and then they traveled all the way to Pretoria. His first time when he got arrested, accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you're saying Phokeng is not there, but it is there.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it there?
Yes.
Can you read the
I cannot read it, but Phokeng was there. In fact, it was explained by Baloyi in summary when he was dealing with, when the judge was asking him questions.
No, that's for the later stage. That was after. That was later. Later after he went through. Initially in the morning, he did not include Phokeng.
Okay.
That's what I got. And I asked myself, I'm like, oh, these movements, they're very suspicious. Because where's Phokeng? Even Ramasepeli raised it. I think Baloyi brought it after Ramasepeli raised it later on. So at 1801, he received an SMS from Stay Safe Tower 3G Pretoria North NGA. Mnisi asked if it was not going to be a train smash if he was to suggest that the number that seems to be in dispute. Then they avoided re-mentioning the number each time there's a transaction, that they simply say the number, that on this day and this time, this is what happened. And he said that it was just a suggestion. Well, Baloyi told him to exclude the numbers and only read the cell tower. Ramasepeli said that he only agreed with Mnisi, that the only number that he wanted to be read was 07250570056, and the rest are not necessary. So at 1801:46, Ho said that he received an SMS from the Tower 3G Pretoria North. He received again 1801. This is 6 o'clock now on the 17th. After 6, 1801, it went on and on. It's still Pretoria North. It went on and on up until 22. The time was 2200 hours, around 10 o'clock at night. His host said that on the 18th of June now, 2020, 2200 0656 up until 2200 0857, he received 5 SMSs. Now the tower is 3G per wood.
Yeah.
And then he went to the 19th of June 2020. And he says that the phone was switched off. So again, since it was switched off, when it's opened, notice how it's only getting SMSs. What about the phone calls? What about him making a phone call? What about receiving phone calls? Because this person has disappeared. You're trying to tell me that there was nobody looking for him. No phone calls were received. Okay, we'll take it. Maybe that is the case. So it's very weird that he was only getting SMSs, right? And then host now turned to the 20th of June now. Notice how for the 19th of June as well, initially when host testifies, there's nothing. There are no, it's almost like he skipped it, in my opinion. But he will include it later on. We'll hear about it. But now, in his initial examination in chief, the 19th, there was nothing. So host now turned to the 20th of June 2020, 0126 up until 012824. He received SMSs near Tower 3G Phokeng from 150759 1138. So Phokeng is mentioned now on the 24th or the 20th of June. Initially, there was mention that he was taken to Phokeng police station.
Jeremiah, now it's buffering from your side. It's your data. It's your data that is giving you problem. Yeah, if it's buffering on my side, no, everything is fine. It's buffering on your side.
So on the 26th of June, the phone was not coming into contact with any other tower. It was switched off. Host then continued from the 26th of June 2020. He says that 10 SMSs, the tower was 3G PTA University, Pretoria University. 1640-29, he received the call and the tower was 3G Pretoria University. So he receives a call now. 1640-29 on the 26th of June.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, wherever Ntanzi was moving and the handset was moving, the police were there. That's my opinion. And 1723-08, he received an SMS from Tower 3G Hillcrest 219. 1724-21, phone was off, but near Tower 3GA Hillcrest. 1745-08, phone was off, but picking up on a tower called 3G Ox Street, NGA. Then 1752-58, received an SMS near Tower 3G Flying Saucer, NGA. So the judge asked Baloyi if there is no shorter way of doing this, since Baloyi was planning to put every single date, every single tower until the 8th of February 2021 by the date and date by date by date, by tower, by phone call, by SMS received by. That was the plan, Dagama, for the whole, I don't know how long it was going to take. So the judge was basically saying that there is no need unless if there were dates that were being in dispute.
While we are hitting Baloyi, please forgive the table.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Sorry. So yes, so that there were dates that were in dispute, that accused number 2 was never in that area. And the judge also asked what is in dispute. He wants the dispute. He wants to know what the defense was disputing. And Baloyi said that the version of the accused was that upon their arrest, accused number 2's cell phone was confiscated and it was in possession of the police. And he said that this evidence was to refuse that. So the judge asked Mr. Ramasipili for his view, unless if accused number 2 says that he shares the same number with some other person, then that would make sense. And Ramasipili said that from the 16th of June 2020 until this phone is analyzed, it has been in possession of the police, which I'm more inclined to believe that. I believe in Tanzi's version more. I mean, getting arrested, they take your phone. They take your phone. In fact, they ask for your phone. It's a very crucial part of investigation. So it was sent to Mpumalanga for analysis on the 8th of February 2021. And the judge asked Ramasipili, what is the dispute? Are they saying that the phone was not in his possession? And Ramasipili said that the purpose of the cell tower is to show that at the time, sometimes when, say for example, Pretoria University, he was in police custody. The 24th, when he's making calls, he was at a so-called confession with the magistrate. The other days, according to the AVL, he was in Pukeng with Dr. Tlokwe, but the phone is making calls and it's in Avalon where he doesn't know. So it supports their version that somebody else had the phone, because he could not have been in Avalon when he's in Villieria or Noord police station.
Yeah, that is true.
So Ramasipili basically was saying that the movements of the tower support their version that Ntanzi was not in possession of the phone because it was confiscated by the police during his arrest. So the judge asked Baloyi for the state's version, and Baloyi said that the purpose was to demonstrate that the police never confiscated the cell phone. It was with the accused the whole time. The possession of the accused number 2, it was in his possession the entire time. He was moving Nabo Mukhani in the Fortuna. It was in his possession. That is what Baloyi is telling us.
He was receiving all these calls. It could be moving somewhere. He could. You see, what is crazy about Baloyi's theory is that I counted before he started making mistakes about 2021. But I just counted. Please like the video, guys. I just counted from when Ntanzi was arrested up until 8 February 2021. That is close to what? 8 months?
Yes.
The phone is not switching off.
It switched off for a brief couple of hours
to be charged.
Exactly.
For 8 months, it does not need to be charged. What a phone. What a phone. We all need that phone. Because we have load shedding. God knows I could use that phone.
The police are arresting you. You're like, oh my God, where's my charger?
So it's crazy. The theory that Baloyi is trying to put there. There is no leg for this theory in a normal court.
In fact, it makes his case against accused number 2 very weak.
Because they had, in my opinion, lied about so many things there. About that phone. So they had to say now the phone was with the accused up until the 8th to make the case solid. Now, it doesn't make sense that this guy who goes to a doctor to be checked, he's got a phone in his pocket. There are police there. This guy who goes to Mboto and eventually stripped to show that he was not injured.
Or having tattoos.
And having tattoos. That guy still had a phone in his possession. And crazy to actually dodge such things. You say he probably could have given it to someone else at some time. Just give it. Who is that person when you said the person was arrested in solitary? You agreed with that. You said the person was arrested.
He was in
solitary. He was in solitary.
He was kept in a single cell.
Who was keeping the phone there? You know, if he was in prison, charging, maybe. You know, you can argue the case of charging. We're talking about the guy who's still in cells.
Who they accompanied to a magistrate carrying rifles.
Wake him in the morning. You know, you come in the morning at 6 sometimes. This guy carries the phone with him all the time.
Sometimes it's 2 a.m. that they are bringing him back, and then at 4 a.m. they are taking him again.
The guy carried the phone. It just doesn't make sense. So now we're gonna go through this whole useless stuff that you are trying to show, which does not make sense. And then eventually you start going to what is it? Queenswood Tower, which favors you.
Queenswood Tower, my lord.
You want to selectively choose Queenswood Tower.
Because it's closer to the Villieria police
Because
station.
why? It is closer to Villieria police station.
Well, and he said that it's either at some point it was given to someone else and then at some point returned to accused number 2. This is Advocate Baloyi's version. Family, what do we do with this version?
No, there's no need to ask this question. I mean, it's if we were found discussing this thing, we would look stupid in reality.
But accused number 2 had someone on standby who he gave his phone to willy-nilly whenever he felt like it. When he saw Mokhani coming, here, take my phone. At every police station, that person was conveniently there to take that phone away from accused number 2 so that the police,
Is it a problem?
Mokhani, don't see it.
The problem is they lied to an extent that they cannot go back from their lies. They say this person called the lawyer. And that created this space now.
Yeah, I feel like the motivation behind claiming that the phone was with him was to also be able to accommodate that.
Part.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like there was a loophole there as to how accused number 2 could have contacted Mngomezulu. And they're like, no, let's give him this phone. We never took it when we arrested him. He kept it in his cell the entire year without the charger. And we took it 8 months later.
Let's continue.
Okay, so yeah, Baloyi is also confirming, in my opinion, that the phone was away from accused number 2 in custody. This man is arrested by strange police he has never seen before, and he still has time to give his phone to someone else to say, hold it for me, switch it off, switch it on, then give it to me in the other police stations where Mokhani might or might not want. Or how was he able to predict that I'm going to this police station next? I doubt Mokhani updated him that today, next week, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we're going to 3 different police stations with you in the middle of the night.
The funny thing is, Baloyi seems to also believe his theory that at some point he would actually carry this phone to go with it to court. And this is where he talks about Phosphorus. It picks Phosphorus.
The court, yes.
Tanzi's theory is such that he says, I would hear my phone ringing sometimes.
Yes, it means it was with Mokhani. Allegedly. But that's what it means according to accused number 2's version, that I would hear my phone ringing. I would hear it. But I didn't have it.
You come wake this guy in the morning because the Phosphorus case, the Phosphorus issue of going to court, it started in the early morning. You wake this guy early in the morning. And he takes his phone. He's well prepared. He's waiting for you.
With handcuffs and everything.
With handcuffs and everything.
The judge asked when was it returned to accused number 2, the phone. And Baloyi said that the cell tower will indicate as to when he was in Queenswood reception area, which is near the detention center. The nub of the matter, according to Baloyi, is that the police never confiscated the cell phone. So how are they going to do their investigations without the cell phone?
If they can lie about this simple, straightforward thing that even us can see, what more can they lie about, man, these people? I mean,
what more
this is just a simple
have they lied about? It's very simple. There was no need to complicate the matter of the cell phone. But somehow it had to be complicated. Number 2, if they did not need the cell phone, Mr. Anonymous, I'm just putting a speculation. I'm back to my speculations. If they did not need the cell phone, What were they going to do with Ntanzi? The cell phone, did it not serve a purpose of investigation? Unless if they were very confident they were going to get a confession out of him, in my opinion, which is even more concerning. How come you didn't need the cell phone? Usually when police arrest, they want the cell phone. They take the cell phone. They don't even ask you. They are accused number 3. We had a picture of how he was arrested by the investigating officer that arrested him in the very same court. Did they not search him and take his cell phone when they arrested him? Did they not? Mr. Anonymous.
They did.
They did take his cell phone. So, well, accused number 2 was the whole time in possession of the cell phone, is what Baloyi was saying. And the judge asked, was it before Mogani took possession of the cell phone? And Baloyi said yes. So Baloyi confirmed to the judge that when Mogani took possession of the cell phone, it was in Villieria police station at the cells. And the judge said that he was looking for a way to curtail this evidence. One must admit that the phone was moving around. The question is, who was in possession of the phone?
Trying to bail Baloyi out. Out of his misery. Put him out of his misery. Let's like the video, guys. 600 people here. You're just putting him out of his misery. Honestly.
Ramusipil is saying that it's not his client, and the state is saying that the whole time he was in possession of the phone and he gave the phone to someone else. Who did Ntanzi give the phone to, Baloyi? That is the question that you need to answer, because you are coming up with this whole theory. Who are you going to give Ntanzi's phone? This is how he said he plans to refute the version of the accused. And Mogani is the one who took it to DPCI in Mpumalanga. The period after, it is not important. So this is telling us that if the accused version is true, accused number 2's version in particular is true, then the police were busy with that phone before handing it to DPCI in Mpumalanga.
If it is true, in my own opinion, it is true. In fact, I now believe everything Ntanzi said. Look at this phone. It moves to Primrose. Where he spent weekend on 22nd June 2020 Gauteng Court appearance.
And conveniently switched off. Sometimes conveniently switched off.
How would Ntanzi switch the phone off when he goes to court because he's handcuffed? And without this police seeing him doing that.
Good question. The judge asked Baloyi where the accused was before the 8th of February, and the state said that he was detained in Villieria police station.
And
it's common cause.
Someone is saying also the editing of the pictures. All these people had all the time to edit pictures, do everything on these people's phone.
Navigating through his phone. Looking for something.
Now, we are in this cell phone problem right now because of that. The editing, Yomjiako. That's why, in my opinion, we're in this problem. That's why we're hearing all these allegedly lies.
Well, since in February 2021, Baloyi is saying that he was detained at Villieria police station. Okay? And insisting and staying up on that, completely ignoring the fact that he was moved around. So I found that to be very troubling. That you are speaking of Ntanzi as if he was permanently stationed at Villieria police station. And he was not. He went to Pretoria North at some point. He went to, what's the other police station? Primrose. He was being moved around. And you are making it seem like he was based at Villieria police station. So the judge said that if he is detained, then he is stationary in the cells. And Baloyi said that he is detained from the 16th to the 19th of June at Villieria in 2020, although he said 2021. I also caught it, Mr. Anonymous. He said 2021.
I was
and I was
busy testifying for long about 2021, and then he corrected himself at the end, 2020. Very fun. I was like, wow, because we are reading down. You know what makes it even more fun is that he opened the exercise and he was busy reading on
from
2021. Yes.
Prosecutor Dinta. Well, he was taken to Moroka police station, he said, to make a confession with Colonel Rapadu. He appeared in court, in Foslor's court, then he was transported to Pukeng. So on the 19th of June, while he was making the alleged confession, his phone was switched off. It's a question I have. His phone was switched off. Baloyi said that accused number 2 did not deny that he was taken to Pukeng, where his room was searched on the 19th of June. He was transported to Primrose on the early hours of the 20th of June, and he was there for the weekend. 22nd of June 2020, he appeared at Pukeng Magistrate Court, and there he's taken to Pretoria Moord Police Station, where he was there for quite some time.
Now listen to this. Listen to this. The issue of being stationary now. This is how we counter it. Because of that core disease that I cannot mention for some weird reason. I don't know whether it's still a problem.
No, it's no longer a problem. You can mention it.
Because of that COVID issue, Baloyi says the accused was moved around.
Yes.
Now, to cater for this movement in these towers,
yes,
the accused was just moved around. It's not specific. There are no specification, no OP entries for such. He was just moved around.
Now that you mention it,
he was just moved around,
He was just
it's like we wake up in the morning. This is someone who's in his cell. We wake up in the morning, we're like, oh, because of COVID, now we're moving you today. Just moved around. No OP entries for that movement around. No. No one is accounting for it.
No. Well, the judge said that the fact of the matter is he was under custody all the time until the cell phone was found in his possession on the 8th of February in Villieria police station. Baloyi said that the issues that are in dispute is who had the phone, in whose possession was the cell phone. He was starting to, I don't know who felt it, but he was starting to really like it was like he's looking for a place to hide because he didn't necessarily answer the judge's question.
No.
He didn't. He said that the issues that are in dispute is who had the phone, in whose possession was the cell phone. That moved with him everywhere he went to, right? And the people that were moving with him from police station to police station was the police, was it not?
And this is funny because Ndanzi said it long time ago.
Yeah,
that I could hear my phone.
I could hear my phone. He did say it.
And people were like, yeah, some people were gunning for. In all honest, when things like this are happening, this is where you start seeing, hey, I am like, when you start lying and you go deep to your lies and you start believing them.
Yeah.
And you think that's the truth that everyone's supposed to adhere to. It just doesn't make sense. Let us like the video, guys. 638 240 likes. I'm worried about that. I know that live, it ended with
abruptly.
Yeah.
But we came back.
We're here. Please don't forget to press the like button. Keep on pressing. As you can see, keep on pressing the likes. Press them. Press the like buttons so that we go back to that number.
Oh yes, please press the like button, please, guys. Please, I beg. Well, yes, this is the tricky now part. The tricky part, Mr. So bayambuza ubaloyi bathi ujudge yambuza. The judge is asking. There is no record of the phone being entered into SAP 13.
And
of course there's not.
No.
It
Because
was not
it was in
entered.
someone's pocket all the time. He was moving with it.
It was not entered into the SAP 13. And even if it were to be placed at the SAP 13, which police station were they going to place it at?
Because they're still figuring out what to do with this guy. They took him back to where he stays to look for a jacket, and they come back with ammunition. It was not clear where this guy is going until something was properly cooked, as Mngomezulu would say.
Now, putting it in the SAP 13 was going to make them have to sign for it every time they took it out and they took it back, and they will need to now have an entry book. Remember that police officer who was talking about the SAP 13 for firearms? Remember that? How strict he said he was. So now you have to deal with another person now who's going to be accountable for everything that is belonging to the people that have been arrested. It's another admin. So Baloyi said that this shows that the accused had it in his possession all the time. The fact that there's no SAP 13, he says it shows that the accused had the phone with him all the time. The judge asked where is the SAP 13 before it was taken to Mpumalanga, and Baloyi said that it was never put into the SAP 13. It was only put into the SAP 13 in Mpumalanga when it was handed in, and it was booked into the SAP 13 of Mpumalanga. So
that's another problem.
Here's Mohani confiscating a phone from a person who's been arrested at Villieria police station.
He takes it as it is outside of SAP 13. He goes with it unprotected, gives it to someone who's supposed to download it.
All the way in Mpumalanga. There's no SAP 13 for Villieria police station for the cell phone. A moment of silence for all of these shenanigans. They are too much. They are too much. It's just too much. The judge asked where was it taken from, and Baloyi said that it was found in possession of accused number 2 on the 8th of February and taken to DPCI on the same day.
Under the blanket.
It was found in possession of accused.
Under the blanket.
That's
where it was found. But initially, he gave them because seemingly there's someone who snitched, in a sense.
That's the impression he created in his testimony.
That was Mukhani.
Yes, it was Mukhani.
Who said that they went to him and then they said, give us the cell phone. Now, because you forget your lies sometimes, it was found under the blanket. No. Here accused number 5.
That was found underneath the
blanket.
That
you said was found under the blanket. Now, this one, he gave this one to you. Look at Baloyi with confidence. I'm sure, my lord, there was something of that nature, but we are not going to labor that point. Obvious. You can labor. You can labor it, because if you do, the records will speak for themselves.
Well, the judge came again at Baloyi and was asking, but the police denied that they confiscated his cell phone. And Baloyi said, if he says that it was never in his possession, why should we go through all this information about the movement of the phone? What is going to be shown by that? He was now stuttering, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was. It's not even your opinion. It's there.
Well, hence we say, my lord, if Mr. Ramasipili is prepared to admit this is exhibit, we can simply admit this exhibit. We then dispose of it when the rest of the evidence and we then admit that tower information reflected in this exhibit is what it reports to be, and we then step to this of this topic.
It was angry after the break. Felt like you felt betrayed by your friend.
The judge has to be a judge sometimes. He has to do what needs to be done. It's all fun and games when the defense are being done what they are done, and it's all aggressive and their cross-examinations are interrupted. Now it's your turn to answer very important questions.
No, I think the judge got it all wrong, in my opinion.
You think so?
He didn't mean what was happening. It just put Baloyi under pressure, in my opinion. But it was not something like, okay, the judge wanted to ask it in the manner in which he asked. The way it came out, and it seemed to put pressure on Baloyi. But eventually you would notice how the judge kept on now confirming with Ramusipil.
Yes.
Making it as if Ramusipil is the one who's difficult. You know?
He was deflecting from Baloyi because he could see that he was upset.
Yeah.
Well, the judge told Baloyi to recite it because they can't discover this spaceship where it went to. And Ho said that he still had 107 pages to go through, and they were on page 1 at the time
and
that all of this is happening.
The thing is that the movement of the phone does not prove who had the phone at the time.
No, so that's what
something
was raising.
It doesn't. It cannot, unless the phone then can capture the fingerprints of whatever that is happening at the time. It does not prove anything.
And they don't test for fingerprints at all. Even
if they did, eventually they would say he took the phone to Mpumalanga.
Well, the judge asked if the movement of the phone was only in Gauteng, and Baloyi asked host to indicate the dates in which the cell phone made contact with Queenswood Tower since yesterday, and he said Queenswood Tower was close to Villieria police station. So Mnisi offered to assist, and the judge was like, please do. Anybody with any intelligence will think that we are mad going through 107 pages. It's like, he said, it's like, I'm eating bubble gum, I'm eating bubble gum, I'm eating bubble gum. Why can't you say from the 1st of June 2020 to the 20th of June or the 20th of December, I was chewing bubble gum? Which is strange because most of it, as I was listening and going through it, it was very much repetitive. That's why for this, I decided to sum it up to say that from this time it went on and on to Pretoria North up until this time. So I'm struggling to understand why host could not do it, because Stein did it and did it very well.
I understand why Stein retired.
Stein did it. Stein didn't repeat information. He was very good at compiling this information in a way that people in the court would understand. He did a very good job of that. You could tell that this is his daily job. But with host, it's a mess. It's honestly a mess. So Mnisi said that according to the dispute between accused number 2 and the state is that it's a very narrow issue. Who has been in possession of the cell phones from the 16th of June to the 8th of February. Now accused number 2 says that at the time at which he got arrested on the 16th of June 2020, the police took his phone, and the state says, no, we never took your phone. What is imperative here is that this information that is contained in this section 205, it's information that will be there. It's like it won't change, and it's information that does not serve to demonstrate who was in possession of that phone. So from where he was standing, he said this is just a question of credibility, whether the phone was in possession of accused number 2 or somebody else, that's a question of credibility, he said. So Ramasipili said that he agreed with Mnisi in the field of Mr. Ho's data is data and it speaks for itself, and it's exactly what is contained here. So Mr. Baloyi yesterday, when he addressed the court, he said that this information, especially he wanted to pick the Queenswood Tower only, and the conclusion of Colonel Ho's
this is after
was
this
that
bakery.
accused
This is
number
after
2
these towers or this information was throwing him under the bus. Now he wants to pick and choose as to which tower he wants to focus on, which now it's the one in Queenswood, closer to Villieria, right?
Yes. And Ramasipili said that he put a scenario to say that when I'm arrested on the 16th of June 2020, that's part of the police procedure. They can't put me in the back of a bakkie without searching me. I can't enter the cells of Pretoria North without being searched. From there, move to Moord, Villieria, Primrose without being searched. The judge said that they can agree that whoever was moving with that phone was in Gauteng. Now, after a back and forth...
This is now trying to solve the issues. This is now trying to save Baloyi's skin, in my own opinion. Because this tower thing, it is embarrassing the hell out of him.
Well, the judge said that he can't say that. Then Advocate Mshololo came up with a suggestion that they were going to have a word with his learned colleague, the state, and come up with a way to best deliver the information on the towers. So it had to go on for a long adjournment, and when they came back after the long adjournment, Host continued with the evidence. He said that on the 4th of January 2021, the phone pinged in Queenswood Tower. Baloyi asked, were you able to determine what time were the pictures accessed and edited? And Ho said that it was created on the 4th of January 2021, 15:43:07, and modified 15:43:06. So Host said that he created on the 4th of January 2021 this picture, and then it was modified, and Baloyi asked him which tower, and Ho said that it was in Queenswood 3G Tower. Host turned to the communication now. Ho said that accused number 2 with the numbers 276090168990 received a terminating call from 27159152239, which is said to belong to accused number 5 on the 25th of August 2020, which lasted for 1,147 seconds. So this is approximately 19 minutes. 19 minutes is what they are saying. And it pinged in the Queenswood area. Host further said that Ntanzi 2769016890 made a call outgoing to accused number 5 again with the very same number ending with 51239 on the 8th of December 2020 at 19:01:06, and it lasted 0 seconds in Queenswood. At 21:46:05, received a call from accused number 5, which lasted for 553 seconds while he was in Queenswood area.
Yeah, guys, just like the video. Please like the video. Help us, help you. Listen to how Host is testifying about this GI area thing. He's saying they were around there. They were there. And then when Mngomezulu circles him and start doing that, Baloyi jumps.
He did. It was a highlight of the day. It was a highlight of the day. He did jump. Objection. Well, Ho said that on the 9th of December 2020 at 000815, it made a call to accused number 5, which lasted for 1 second while he was in the Queenswood area. And that wrapped up the re-examination of Gideon Gouws. Now to the fun and exciting part. Tulani Mngomezulu, for accused number 1, stood to cross-examine Gouws. Okay? Mngomezulu took it slowly, warmed him up. I liked the warm up. I was like, you know how people were accusing Mngomezulu on the chat of relaxing? People were complaining for the past 2 days, but it looked like he was sleeping. He said that this evidence is not relevant. No. He's not doing that at all. He's preparing. So Mngomezulu went and took Gouws to the time 0726681689. Call originating on the 26th of October 2014. Now we are on the day of the incident. The main focus, the day of the incident. And what are we using? The SAP 204, section 204, not SAP, section 204 of accused number 3. That's what he was using here, mainly, that they had. So now was taking Gouws through it, and he was reading the calls, the SMSs, whatever activity was happening on the phone on the 26th of October 2014. So now 0712798857 while in 2G Moy Street, SGS Tower. Okay? Mngomezulu then asked Gouws if this was the Moy Street in Johannesburg. And Gouws said that he does not know. Mngomezulu then went on. They continued asking him about 9/17/31, and Gouws said that 727668169 received a call on 26th of October 2014 for 13 seconds while in Moy Street Tower. 9/31/27 outgoing call for 266 seconds. The tower is Voltra SGS Tower. Then there was Moseleke SGS Tower at 11:27:45, and Gouws could not answer if this tower was in Katlehong, and the judge laughed. I don't know why the judge was laughing and found this funny, but yes, Gouws did not know the Moseleke Tower, whether it was in Katlehong or what. Thabo Ntsaku S2 Tower at 12:26:02 received an SMS. And the way the judge also was so attentive when it came to this part of evidence was quite unusual for me, because usually during cross-examination he sits like this. But today, Nali busy writing, looking, following the evidence. It was unusual and quite strange. But yeah, it was refreshing at the same time. So Mngomezulu then said, Sali section is in Katlehong, eMazulwini, and Gouws said that he could not comment. 1341 Tower, the Phosphorus Tower is at the Phosphorus SGS2 Tower up to 1443, and it showed the same tower of Phosphorus. 1511 now, we're in the afternoon, 26th of October, 109 seconds call, terminating cell tower, Phosphorus SGS3. 1515, call terminating for 118 seconds, the tower is still Phosphorus West SGS2. 1705, he received a call for 124 seconds, the tower is 2G Heidelberg Road SGS1. 1734 seconds, 11-second call, the tower is 2G Benrose SGS3 cell tower. Mngomezulu asked Gouws, Benrose is in Johannesburg. Do you agree? And Gouws said he knows Benrose is in Johannesburg, but he doesn't know where the tower of Benrose is. Can the tower of Benrose be in Rosebank? Can the tower of Benrose be somewhere else besides Benrose? Hello, somebody. Hello. Can it be that way? I'm just asking for a friend. And then 1934-59, the tower is still Penrose, SGS3. 1737, the same tower, Penrose. 1740, the tower is now City Deep, SGS1. Mngomezulu asked him, do you agree that City Deep is also in Johannesburg? And Ho said City Deep is the city. It is in Johannesburg, but he doesn't know where the tower is. How come Queenswood Tower is somewhere near Villieria and you know it? Villieria police station is very close. But however, these other towers, you cannot confirm or deny whether they are in the area where they are labeled.
Mngomezulu is working like a T4 now. He wants to finish this. In all honesty, Mngomezulu wants to finish all this tedious process. You can see his question. In fact, he did not even follow what Baloyi was doing all along.
No.
He just
went
home
205
and read and then realized, actually, I can deal with section 205 of accused
2014. Let me see if I can place him at the incident at the time that the state says the incident happened. Now you would hear people still supporting this thing. So 1809, also City Deep Tower, also at 1826, now it was JP SGS Tower. And Mngomezulu asked Ho's, JP is also a suburb in Johannesburg. And Ho said, that's correct, my lord. So 1857, Belgravia. And Mgo said, it's also in Johannesburg. Do you agree? And Ho said, yes, but I don't know the cell tower. 1923, Tower, Holt Street. And then Mngomezulu said that it's one of the streets in Johannesburg, and Ho said that yes, it is. 1934, Moy Street. 2016 to 2027 is the same tower at Holt Street in Johannesburg. Now we are at Haboma 8:30. We are there now. So on the 0808, now we are on the 27th of October. This is the following day. The tower is at Moy Street. There is no record of any calls between 2027, which is the previous night, which was on the 26th of October, all the way up until the 27th of October at 8:08 in the morning. So on the 29th of October 2014, 808, he received a call from the Ramaphosa SG3 tower. And Ho said that he did not know where that tower was. And Mngomezulu said that that tower is in Germiston. So Mngomezulu then asked him, you said that was the number for accused number 3, correct? And Ho said that was given by the investigating team. And Mngomezulu said, I'm following your evidence. And you said that this number belongs to accused number 3. When you were asked, you said he was communicating with accused number 5. The essence of this question is that on the 26th of October 2014 at 17:04, this number was not at Vosloorus. You see that? From that time until the 27th of October 2014, this number was not in the vicinity of Vosloorus. And Ho said, not according to the data, my lord.
Oh, he said yes, according to the data.
He said yes, according to the data.
Yes.
Oh, I heard not according to the data. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, he said yes, according to the data. And then there was a jumping of Baloyi and...
So Mngomezulu said this implies that accused number 3 was not in Vosloorus from that time until the 27th of October 2014. And Ho said that he can't say, my lord. The state objected and said that that's Baloyi. He stood up very quick and fast to say that it's the handset and not the accused. So now he's separating the handset from the accused or the person or the owner of the handset. Mngomezulu said that he was glad and wanted to take the state on that aspect. That's the reason why he's asking that question to the witness. The witness is an expert and he says that he understands the towers. This witness, when he was led with confidence that accused number 3 and number 5 were communicating and gave the numbers to the court with confidence because the state wanted to prove that there was communication between accused number 3 and 5. Secondly,
I think not only what Mngomezulu submitted, the state was also trying to put a theory of proximity with the towers. That's what they are trying to do.
Yes. So secondly, he said they wanted to prove that accused number 3 and number 5 knew each other. And Mngomezulu said that I did not get the philosophy behind the adducing of evidence, which will create a fundamental principle in a creation of presumption. Guys, this is big English. Baloyi said that, he stood up after he heard the philosophy of the... He stood up.
No, guys.
And he said that his learned friend is busy with an argument.
I heard the yes. I know that you heard the no. I also re-listened because it sounded like you were saying no. I mean, you know how the guy speaks.
No, you're not wrong.
The guy said yes. Hence the follow-up question from Mngomezulu to say that then.
Because he even had to ask him multiple times until he said, that's correct. I remember that. That's correct. Did say it, guys. So yes, Baloyi said that his learned friend is busy addressing the court and talking about the philosophy behind the leading of certain evidence. This witness cannot be of assistance as far as that is concerned. But you made him testify on the towers and you said he's an expert. So now, Manje, when he has to answer questions, you are telling us that this is a point of argument that Mngomezulu can raise at the conclusion of the case. See how he's trying to drive this very important aspect
away from where it's supposed to be and make it about arguments where obviously it can be overlooked.
When you go to arguments, you go to something with you which you have closed, which you have argued, not really argued, but a point that you have driven home. And he's stopping Mngomezulu from driving this point home. He's stopping him and he's telling him about arguments. By the time they reach arguments, Baloyi and Sibanda would have found a way to counteract it. Isn't that what they do?
These people can literally change the narrative, in my own opinion. They can just simply say, that's not how, my lord, that's not how who said this thing.
So now he hasn't thought about it yet on how he can counter that narrative. He's stopping Mngomezulu and he says, no, save that for argument so that you give me more time to think about how I need to counteract what you're saying. Woo! So when the state introduced the evidence of the 205, Mngomezulu said that the primary aim was to prove to this court that these 5 accused persons knew each other. Mngomezulu said that he was talking about the physique of these accused persons, the evidence submitted to the court as it was objected, as it constitute irrelevancy. Irrelevancy, batong. What is the relevance of all of this evidence? And is that the state, as it has deviated from proving all the elements of the case, they now wanted to prove that these accused persons knew each other. So number 2, the state submitted evidence in the relation to the number that belonged to accused persons. There is a RICA document to prove that the owner of the device, accused number 1, cell number 0793790137, is the number that the state has led to belong to accused number 1. It's not an assumption. it has not been put by the state as evidence that the number belongs to him. The question or submission or the evidence was directed to the person of accused number 1 being the owner or the possessor of the particular device. So 205s were done with this one for accused number 3. And Mngomezulu said that they cannot turn a blind eye and say that they assume that the number might be of accused number 3. It's evidence that was brought by the state. And he said that he doesn't find any fallacy in his submission to say that any philosophy to be created must either be understood under a presumption. If I'm in possession of the cell phone, a presumption will always be rebuttable depending on the explanation of the person it's alleged to be in possession of in the cell phone. But in this case, the state let this evidence for a number of weeks, laboring on the evidence to prove that the owners of the phones belong to the accused persons. So Mngomezulu argued that now they want to see that this evidence takes accused number 3 away from the crime scene. They want to the reason to object. So the state
now
wants
that they see that the evidence is taking accused number 3 away from the scene. Now they want to debunk that evidence.
Okay. So Mngomezulu said that he was waiting for this opportunity to come. Hence, when he was showing that he's got the Section 205 for Kelly Khumalo, he was sure that he wanted any evidence from the state that deals with 2014. So Baloyi said that the objection is only the handset and not the accused.
They were not being specific in their presentation. They were not.
No.
They were presenting it as if it then marks the proximity. Also put you in the certain area. That's how they were presenting it. Now when the question is asked with regards to that, it's a big hoo-ha.
Yeah, gotta stop.
Because
stop
it's
it.
not supporting them.
Stop. Where are you going? Stop.
Right, it's that time. Guys, we know, someone is saying we know that you are sleeping, most of you, as you're listening to this because you sleep listening. But please press the like button. Push the like button. Let me hear what people are saying on WhatsApp. Hi guys, now I understand why the state suddenly says Ntanzi was in possession of a cell phone all along. This is because someone testified about the pictures which were edited during the trial within the trial. So the cover up to cover up the question of who really edited those pictures, they came up with the story of Ntanzi having his cell phone all along. In other words, making him the person who edited those pictures. But here comes a problem with that cover up. The problem starts when the state has to produce the SAP 13 to show when the phone was confiscated. Obviously, they can bring the they can bring that SAP 13 to court, as it will contradict everything they have said so far regarding the pictures and pictures evidence, the cell phone evidence, and the credibility of those state witness. Hence, they are now claiming that there was no SAP 13. I can bet that the SAP 13 for that cell phone was done, but they cannot produce it because it will prove that the phone was not in Ntanzi's possession during the time of the editing of the pictures. Good point of view. Good point of view. In my own opinion, you hit it on the head.
You did hit it on the head, because there was a time that they talked about the pictures being edited and there was no explanation for that.
Yeah.
And now they're coming with this theory that Ntanzi had his phone with him all the time to make him be the person who edited the picture.
Yeah, if we have callers, please call us. And while you're doing that, please like the video, share the video, like the video, subscribe, become a member, and welcome to someone I think is returning, the member. I saw you. It is Malusi Inganiso.
Hi Malusi, welcome back. Welcome back.
If you're coming back, but if you're new, welcome to this
If you're
Streets of
new,
Membership.
welcome.
Yes.
Either way, welcome. You're welcome to the Mzansi Reality family. Here we care a lot about the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. It means a lot to the country.
Let's see the
And
first
thank you
call.
for joining us.
Mzansi, hello.
Void.
Yes, yebo mfowethu njani?
Yaphila.
Siyaphila mfowethu.
Haya ndithi istate siyabhayiza. Because if uyajonga they failed ukufumana inamba kamji yakho. Kule phone kaNtanzi. But ifone kaNtanzi ibisolo kuyikubo. At least isifumane ke i-call ethi Tanzi knows umji yakho and he calls umji yakho. But lo nto leyo oyifumana. And the other thing namhlanje uBaloyi even mention ukuthi it looks like there was someone who was like when Tanzi moves around ufika amnika ifoni aphinde lo muntu ayithathe ifoni nayo futhi lo nto leyo iphinde be off because it was during COVID time. How would he ebanjiwe kube khona umuntu ozokwenza lo msebenzi lowo?
Yeah.
And phela kula phone
salahlekelana nkosi yami. They are doing what they did to us. Salahlekelana. Let's hope you would have called back so that you finish your points. But while we're waiting for him, guys, please send your messages. Also, please make sure that you call us. WhatsApp and the cell phone number. Hi guys, you are offline. Please can you check? Hey, it was Dan. Zanzi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Well, not good, but yeah. How you guys doing?
We're in high spirit.
Let me I'll send a voice note because I'm not really good.
Okay, no, not a problem. We'll wait for that. We will definitely play it.
Yeah, we'll play it, definitely.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay, another one.
Zanzi, hello. Please. We can hear ourselves. We pass. Zanzi, hello.
Yes, how are you, sir?
We're good. How are you?
No, I'm good. You see, today, I'm very, very good. You know what Mngomezulu did today?
No.
I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is that I think this even affected their evidence in ballistics.
Yeah.
Because if accused number 3, the evidence that they presented is removing him from the crime scene, it means that murder weapon that was used there is not for accused number 3.
Yeah.
You see, so I think this thing in a way it just affects that evidence they are trying to bring. You see?
No, we hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, guys. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank
we
you.
love you too.
Bye.
Yeah. Zanzi, hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Ngiyaphila kunjani?
Sikhona mfowethu.
Sis Emily kunjani?
Ngiyaphila unjani?
Ngiyaphila. Uyabona le nto yale yakho le ya. I think seyifike ekugcineni manje uyabona noBaloyi ayisekho le ndaba yakhe. Uyabona the way Mngomezulu avele wayisimesha ngakhona namhlanje. That was the best. So I can't wait for today ngibona ukuthi uyogcina kuphi, and I'm very, very happy for Ramsipile to bring Mngomezulu kule case.
Yeah.
And I think Mngomezulu is the right person ngale case. Uyazi kahle. I'm the one nami obecabanga ukuthi ngaso lesikhathi Mngomezulu is sleeping in court.
Yeah.
But I was very happy today.
Yes.
Very, very happy. Ngiyabonga guys. Keep it up.
Bonga cool. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Zanzi, hello.
Yebo unjani?
Siyaphila njani?
Ngiyaphila. Unoni?
Yebo nyoni.
I just want to put my opinions on yesterday's court session, guys. First of all, it's my first time calling in. I've always been watching, but never called in.
Welcome.
I just want to say I was happy with how Mngomezulu handled the whole situation. The mere fact that he went straight to the 26, because tell us, why is Baloyi selective on what he's going to put on record? Why was he being selective? Like literally, he became selective. And this is what Mshololo has been asking for days. He has been requesting, please put ABCD on record. And the way he would quickly move away from that request and do other things, I don't know, it was a Gautrain movement. And then the other thing that was strange was that today, guys, if you've ever seen there is nobody who has ever been so confused as Judge Rata the moment Mngomezulu took that mic.
Yeah.
The moment Mngomezulu took the mic, Judge Rata decided, I don't see, I can't read, I can't hear. He became blind, he became deaf at the same time, because he knew what Mngomezulu is going to do. He knew, because he has the documents, he sees what is not put on record, and nothing was working out the way they have planned. I was so happy with how things went today, and I'm hopeful that today in court, the next thing that he must, because if you guys remember, Mngomezulu has not done any cross-examination. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
Mngomezulu has not done any cross-examination. Mngomezulu is just saying, let's put things on record. That's all. And he paralyzed the case by saying, read. Read. That's it. That's all he has done. He has not done any cross-examination. So imagine if today, when he starts, he says, okay, I remember we ended at, and then he says, can we please go to DD whatever and let's deal with Kelly Khumalo's section 205. When he does that, in a competent court, Judge Rata is supposed to say, guys, wait. Ramisipele, wait, everybody wait, and then he goes through what has been read, and then he will understand right there and then, like us as lay people, we understand that once you read Kelly Khumalo's section 205 and this one of I choose number 3, it's obvious that I choose number 3 was never enforced, Loras. Number 2, it's obvious that this confession is a lie. Then it goes back to, then it means that he was right about being coerced and beaten up, all of those tubed and all of those things to make those confessions.
Yes.
So this is where he is supposed to end the case even before the end of this week or this month. Yeah. That's what is supposed to be happening. But okay, we are dealing with Rata. He can come back saying, no, you know that Baloyi made an argument and say it was the device that was what. You know, guys, how this man is. He will exhaust the heck out of you.
Yes.
That was my 2 cents opinion. You guys enjoy your morning. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling.
Right, let's get this. Mr. Anonymous, Danz's phone was doing the same thing as AVL, on and off. This court gives tavern vibes. This is someone in Lufate. Thank you very much for gifting 5 lucky members membership. This is Mamela,
Congratulations.
Tembelani, Andile, Diva, the DJ, and then Stelo Moloi. Welcome to membership site.
Say thank you to Lufate.
They have said, some of them have said, and some of them I don't think they've realized that they have become the members now of this channel. Thank you very much for doing that. Let's hope that you maintain that membership that you are gifted. The dentist who proudly told us that they checked Ntanzi for injuries, how come he did not see his phone? Ramsipil needs to ask the host to name all these towers linked to Ntanzi's phone. He must put it on record.
Yes.
This is someone who's writing. Guys, keep the calls coming and tell us what you are. What is your take?
Put those important dates. The towers must be there when he went to the doctor, the dentist, not the doctor, the dentist. It must be there when he went to, he made it the court appearances. Those towers need to be there. When they were stuck at some parking, what?
Yeah.
On the night of the confession. The night of confession is crucial. It's very crucial because the state is reporting that the phone was off.
Yes.
They need to put it on record. So if we can find the relevant information, hosts need to put it on record so that we all know and are updated on these days where we have question marks. What was happening?
Yeah, guys, just like the video and keep the calls coming. I don't know if the calls
as
are
we
blocked.
wait for the calls, the first caller who spoke in Venek, they said that the state is Beizing. What is to Beiza, guys? Or how in English? How do I put it in English? Beiza.
Beiza.
Like you are making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they're missing this. What is
the
it?
crucial parts.
The spot, I don't know, something like that.
He said that they failed to find Mjiako's number to say that he called Mjiako. And Baloyi mentioned that there was one who gave him the phone, and then he took the phone, and then the caller obviously got cut off, and they said that they were going to call again. But yeah, that is an important point to say that Baloyi mentions that there was someone who was taking the phone from Tanzi and then switching it off and giving it back to him, and they were moving with Ntanzi. Wherever Ntanzi was going, somehow this person was there. You know, very strange.
And that person is one person, Mohan. Alleged.
And then another caller who called in Venek, they were speaking in Zulu. It's caller number 4. They said that the court has come to an end in their opinion. Mngomezulu slashed it today. That was the best from Mngomezulu, and he's very happy that Ramasipili brought Mngomezulu to this case. So if there's anything Ramasipili has to take away from is, yes, it was a good decision to bring in Mngomezulu, and also your performance has improved.
Yes, it has.
It has improved
with
ever
the difficulties
since,
that we are noticing in terms of that legal aid issue. We know, but your performance has improved. In fact, you have, in my own opinion, gained more confidence.
Yes.
As this case goes, you are able to stand up now for yourself.
Representing accused number 1 and number 2 at the same time was putting a strain. So now
and sometimes it will confuse you when you're putting their narrative, which Baloyi would hop on into, and it became your weak point.
Yeah, bo.
But now that you have one person you are representing, I saw you are objecting to important things.
Important things. You are
and
alert.
That makes you a good lawyer.
Exactly.
That's how good lawyers are made. But I think due to how big this case was, it was difficult for you to actually take 2 in one.
So you shouldn't feel bad or anything. Your skill is coming through with representing accused number 2. We see that you care and you are performing exactly how a lawyer needs to.
Yes.
You're not there yet as in terms of being but a win is a win.
Yeah, I think he's there. I think he's there. I in my own opinion, he has become the lawyer that when he came here, he thought he was, even from the beginning. But what happened, in my own opinion, is that during the time of this case and taking the strain and whatever that was happening in the background, you could see most of these lawyers dipping. We were shouting week in, week out to these lawyers. Not only Ramusipi, we would shout at almost everyone.
Even Shololo at some point.
So, but it seems as if now something has just snapped on them that we need to finish this and go do other things.
Yes.
And they are doing that.
Yes.
So we cannot isolate that and apply it to other people without applying to Ramusipi. I'm happy with him.
Okay.
He's just standing up, and he's no longer a playground.
Yes.
For the judge.
Yes, and the state. Because as much as Rob versus Hepworth said whatever, but when it came to Advocate Baloyi taking advantage of how Ramasipili sometimes would be found wandering, it was a win is a win, for the state.
It becomes that very with this judge, in my own opinion. Let me hear this.
Hi, family. I'm sorry to send a voice note. I'm not really feeling good. I don't know if still a flu or it's COVID, because I'm even struggling to breathe. But nevertheless, I just wanted to say 2 things. Sibanda, if you see that the state is getting exposed, like Sibanda smiling, even laughing, as if we got this under control, because he knows that they're on TV. But the truth is, the state, case, they're just wasting our time. Yeah. And again, the states, if they want us to believe that Ndanzi had his phone during the arrest, then they are telling us that the police, they don't do their job because, I mean, how can you get arrested without getting searched? And also, I mean, we're talking about more than 6 months. Even if they will have to say maybe Ndanzi borrowed the charger from someone else, they cannot say that because they said, okay, Ndanzi, he was kept alone. So, yeah. So according to me, states they're in trouble. And they can see that for sure. And the judge, according to me, so this today because, yeah, but Baloyi was like, no, my lord, as usual, almost Baloyi, but okay. Yeah, guys, yeah, as I said, I just had a few things, but yeah, thank you so much. Maybe I'll check you guys today because I want to listen to Nisi. Okay, let me say all the difference, but especially Nisi today. So I'll try but I'll check you again, guys, today on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my
May you feel better.
Please.
This is my suggestion. Please try get original ginger and lemon. Boil that thing, drink that thing, and I think you also need to steam.
Yes.
For your even if you use Vicks, even if you use Vicks to just nothing, just put Vicks on that water and steam.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. And
then take whatever needs to be taken or that they usually take to heal.
Yeah.
This condition. But yeah, guys, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Because I can feel the breathing and
it's difficult, and that's not right.
But I hope you take some of the suggestions.
Please follow that procedure for
3
a week
days
or so.
Or a week. A week. I think she needs more than a week, actually.
For a week, I know it's difficult, but just follow that routine of lemon, mix them together, put ginger, boil it, and then drink that thing. Make sure you keep on drinking that thing as morning, in the afternoon, as hot as it is. Just like drink it like tea, man. It's not a bad taste in a sense. I mean, just drink it, keep on drinking it, and steam maybe in the afternoon, so that you avoid all these things. We still want you. I mean, fumble is the word you were looking for to say wabaiza.
Yes, a fumble. Yes, that's the exact word that describes ukubaiza. It's the fumble. Yes, guys. Thank you. Thank you. That's the exact word. Yes.
Yeah.
Fumbling. He was fumbling.
Yebo. Right. I think this is where I end. Emily, I would like to call Mamela Skunana as a member now.
Hi, Mamela.
Siyabulela Mzizi. Dan was also here, and someone's also saying take zinc. Yes, it's a good thing. I hear if you have all these things, and some of them are cheap remedy, but if you put them together, they work like magic. Tapiwa, we also thank you for being here. Raul, we thank you for being here. I'm just gonna go up. Jeremiah, we thank you for being here. Sizum Gaka, we thank you for being here. And CK Moya, our moderator member, we thank you for being here. Colin, we thank you for being here. Lady C, we thank you for being here. Lulama Srai, our member, we thank you for being here. Ntabenkulu, we thank you for being here. Mapuru.
It's Mapuru.
Yes, Mapuru. Abashwe. Thank you for being here. Tabiso M. Daungwe, thank you for being here. Lufate, thank you for those members, and thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a moderator. It's a lot of things. Spiso Sindani, thank you for being here. The Dipo, thank you for being here. Sipo Negu, I think our new member here, thank you for being here. Tembelan Kanye, thank you for being here. Ladies Level, thank you for being here. Let's see, who am I missing? Oliswa, Sandiswa, thank you for being here. Siyasonke, thank you for being here. And Lady C, thank you for being here. Peter Mbanyis, thank you for being here. Let's see who is left behind. Diva, that DJ. DJ, thank you for being here. Stella Mulo, those are new members. Thank you for being here. Andy Ledlamini, thank you for being here. Tembelani, also a member, and Andy is a member. Mamelo obviously mentioned. Thank you for being here, and we hope that you take good care of that membership that you were gifted by Lufat. Bruno, thank you for being here. Baloyi Channel, thank you for being here. Someone, thank you for being here. Gift Nyat, thank you for being here. Let's see, African Lady, thank you for being here. And okay, Dawenkul has been mentioned. Didi Talks, thank you for being here.
Talks.
Regular,
Yes.
we recognize you, Didi Talks. Let me see. Togozi Silanga, our moderator, thank you for being here. We are not a morning gang today. I saw your comment saying, yeah, morning gang. We read these comments. I think it was tough. We started late.
Yeah.
And then because this became a morning gang. Let me see who else. Hleshe, thank you for being here. Hleshe is also a regular now. Thank you for being here. Madube, thank you for being here. You are asking for 375 now. You want 375. You cannot wait. You want all this drama to move 375. Let's hope that your wish is granted. Siyasonke, I think I've mentioned you. Lucky Molebati, thank you for being here. Let's see who I haven't mentioned here. I saw someone keeps on hiding when it's important. Is our moderator. Shanjiwe Sibanda, thank you for being here. Tandazo, thank you for being here. Daily Coombs, thank you for being here. Brian Stoller, thank you for being here. Gaby, our member, thank you for being here. And Ned, thank you for being here.
Thank
our
you.
moderator. Let me see. Muneidi, thank you for being here. I'm looking for this person and I keep on doing that. One day, Simelane, thank you for being here. I can't believe I cannot find Tarot Lifetime. I hope that's how you read it. Thank you for being here. Rita M was also here. Zosbia was also here. Tobega D, that's the name that I was looking for.
Oh, Tobega
D. Thank you. I saw you on the list today. Thank you for remembering us. It's been a while. I think you don't comment these days. It's at 345 Gmail Tabby. Thank you for being here. And then yeah, Emily, this is David Mabuza. Thank you for being here, Mabuza. And then Sindane Sfiso, thank you. It's a good morning from Mzansi. Spepelo Kuma, thank you. Yeah, Sims Kaba. Always find a way of commenting at the end. Thank you for being here. I've noticed that you always Tutani, thank you. Yeah, I think most of you have been mentioned. Ntlantla Manata, thank you for being with us also. For those who are still going to be watching, please like the video. MZ, thank you for being here. Lola, thank you for being here. Diabulela Mzizi, thank you for being here. Yes, I'm also joining soon. That is Jeremiah saying joining membership soon. Thank you for being here,
Please
all of
join.
you. Thank you very much. I love you guys. It's a bye from us.
Bye, guys. We'll see you on the next one.